All right, y'all, we are here in Georgia today on Pigeon Mountain, and we are visiting a cave that actually shut down a quarry. Come along with us and I'll tell you the story. Let's go check it out. So this is the spring head that cavers were actually able to die trace to the pit that we're going to today. And this is part of what helped save this cave and stop this quarry. Looks like somebody's digging on a hole here in the woods. They've done a little bit of modification to try to get into whatever this hole is. Let's keep going up the mountain. All right, we just made it up here to the pit. And here is the entrance right here. This pit is about 227 feet deep, and cavers actually dug this open. So in 2001, the quarry down there that's owned by Vulcan decided they wanted to expand it. They put in a permit with the state to expand it 140 acres. Now this obviously upset a lot of cavers because they didn't want to see this mountainside get destroyed. So the news of the expansion of the quarry clearly upset cavers, and they wanted to see what they could do to stop it. It began a letter writing campaign to the state, petitioning them to not approve the permit. The state listened, and they actually only allowed the quarry to expand instead of 140 acres, only 2 acres. Now the quarry also made note that there were no significant caves located on the 2 acres that they were going to expand. Cavers decided to get out and do what we call ridge walking, which is walking the ridge and looking for new caves. They wanted to find a significant cave on those 2 acres to stop the quarry from expanding and destroying the mountain. And lo and behold, this is what they found. Now inside of this cave and on this property, they also found 2 endangered salamanders. Those salamanders are the Pigeon Mountain Salamander and the Green Salamander. They also actually found a rare plant that grows on these 2 acres that's called the limerock arrowwood plant. So between those salamanders, this new cave, and the plant, they were actually able to stop this quarry from expanding. It actually made the quarry realize that there might be something worth protecting here, and then they decided to work with the state of Georgia and sell not only those 2 acres, but the entire quarry. So the state ended up buying 64 acres and 2,545 acres of mineral rights. You see, the quarry had mineral rights to most of the land that was here owned by the state. So now it's protected. This cave and other caves on this mountain are protected, as well as the biological diversity that call it home. So let's rig up this pit and go check it out. It's a beautiful 227-foot pit, has a waterfall flowing into it and a beautiful flowstone down at the bottom. We'll see if we can find some of those salamanders and other critters that call this cave home while we're down there as well. Alrighty, Jason just yelled off rope. So we're gonna get down in this hole and go check it out. So Jason has rigged a relay just right down there. So we're gonna have to do this again once we get down there. And we are going nowhere. Okay, I see what we're doing now. A little bit easier. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so we're just gonna rappel down a little bit further. Groove where people have been rappelling here for many years. All right, we're going to clip onto this rope. I'm going to take this rack off. Just for safety, I'll tell you what. We can clip a cow's tail into that too. Heavy. I'm going to put 5 bars on today. Big deep pit. Wow. I'm so light. It's gonna take me a minute to get going down this big pit. You can see Jason down there lighting it up. Wow, look at that flowstone. Such a beautiful pit. All right, I just made it down to the bottom of this ginormous pit, 227 feet deep. Look at that, y'all. That is so big. Big pool of water. Now, we've been here twice before, and both times we have found gigantic salamanders in the bottom of this pit, and I just found one, so let me show it to you.
Thing's awesome.
But he is actually pretty big. Just to show you for scale, my hand. Pretty cool little critter there. I saw another one over here behind us. Let's go check it out. The other one is...
Cool. I don't think I saw the salamanders when I was here last, but I heard about them.
That is a gigantic one right there, too.
Oh, he's moved a little. That one's darker.
Yeah, I think it's the same kind.
Awesome.
But he's just in this pool. There's my foot for scale. And there he is, right there.
Dragging me down.
Yeah, we'll go all the way down here. If they're... All right, I'm just going to walk down to the bottom of this flowstone, and then we'll look back up at it and try to get some video of it too. This is actually what this cave is named after, is this beautiful flowstone in this cave. Yeah, right there, how all the water just comes down. Look at all of this beautiful, beautiful flowstone right here. So pretty. Jason's going to turn the light on up there. We're going to see if we can do a picture. All right, so all of the water eventually makes its way down here and goes this way. And it just really gets too tight for people to continue on. But again, we know a dye trace was done, and I showed you that spring as we were coming out up the mountain where the water actually comes out. I just noticed there's actually a little spider right here. Look at this guy. Look at this spider. What is he doing in here? All the way down here in the bottom of this pit. Check out that flowstone, y'all, how pretty that is. It's not really flowing a whole lot right now, but normally the water is just washing over all of these rimstone dams, and it's just so beautiful down here in the bottom of this pit. Jason says there's a frog up here. Let's go check him out. Oh, wow. I do see that little frog. There's a cave cricket missing a leg. Maybe the frog ate it. Look at all the water. That's how it looks when it's going over the flowstone. So pretty, making all of those ripples. Let's go see if we can see any more salamanders in that big pool. Yeah, it's just barely flowing today. Look at something there that got, I wonder what this was. This was probably a stick that got washed over right there and encrusted in this flowstone. That's pretty neat.
Some pearls looking stuff up here.
Oh yeah, all this. Yeah, these are pretty neat looking here too. So there's this large pool of water right here. We're just going to look around, see what we can see in it. It gets a little deep. We don't want to get our feet wet, obviously.
Here's a big salamander over there.
Oh, I see him. Let's see.
But I don't think you're going to get
No, I'm not going to get close to him without getting my feet wet. There he is, right there.
God, Is that his tail that long?
Yeah, his tail's
over a foot long.
is as long as his body. It's pretty big. And this is pretty neat where the water flows down all the way right there. Look at that. So our rope is right over there on that side. Whoa, that's really cool looking, watching all that waterfall. Look at all of that prettiness over there.
There's some stuff that looks, I mean, they're like pearls over here.
Yeah, those do look like gigantic pearls, don't they? Beautiful.
They're getting turned. Whoa.
There's some more water dripping over here on this side. Pretty little alcove right here. All this formation. All that flowstone. There's some gigantic flowstones up there. Hopefully we can maybe see them when we're climbing. Jason's going to get on rope. Teeny, 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 teeny tiny salamander right there. You can see my foot for scale. Look at that. Pretty neat. Almost didn't see him. There's another salamander right here.
Look at all this rope I'm using.
Wow, he's a fatty. A fatty. So this light has a black light on it. Not sure what that is. Glowing on the rock right here. But there's some more stuff right there glowing. As well as some more stuff right there. Not sure what that is, but pretty interesting to see under the black light. Bunch of really neat rocks. Look at the patterns in those. That's really unique. Those patterns seem to be all in this little flowstone right here. There Jason is. He's definitely more than halfway now. So y'all, I'm getting my climbing gear on, and look what I just noticed. He's coming towards me. I think he wants me to take him out of this pit. He's creeping up on me, y'all. Let's see where Jason's at. Way up there. You can see his light. There's my little frog friend right there. And then right over here is that salamander again in this pool. These things are like little dinosaurs in here. I wonder how long they live for in this complete darkness. Wonder if they've even got eyes. Just looking at the walls of this pit, they seem to all be covered by possibly aragonite, covered in mud or some type of flowstone. The whole walls are covered like this. All the way up as far as you can see. All right, Jason just called off rope, so we're gonna go get on rope. So I am using a rope walker today, combined with my frog climbing system for what we call a frog walker. I've got 2 ascenders on my legs that I'm gonna walk up with, and then it's going through my crawl, and then it's gonna go through my chest box here. So when I get towards the top, I can switch over to my frog. But the rope walker just helps me get up this massive pit a little easier. Now there is a little bit of rope stretch when you got a big pit like this. So I'm gonna try to get some of that out before I even get off the ground. I've already taken a few steps already and haven't even left the ground. There we go. And we're off. And let me just check everything before I get going at this big pit. All right, everything's looking good. I'm gonna start climbing. So each time I take a step up, these ascenders on my legs take a step up. See, that's gonna come up, right? Both of them come up, and then I push this up, which is my safety, my handled ascender as I go. This is pretty neat here. You can see how the water drops formed all of that. All this beautiful flowstone we're climbing next to. I've probably climbed 60 to 70 feet so far. Really nice flowstone right there. So I'm gonna see if this light will light up this flowstone right there. I hope y'all can see that massive, massive flowstone. It's probably 30 to 40 feet tall. There's a whole bunch more over there behind it. Let's just look down the pit. I don't know, I've probably come 150 feet so far. But that right there, that is just spectacular. I hope it really shows up on the GoPro for y'all. Check this out, y'all. There's a little salamander right there, hanging out in the middle of this pit. Crazy. There's another look at that flowstone. Get that huge flowstone right there. Another one. Ooh, I'm starting to feel the coolness of the outside air up here. See the rope pad up there. It's interesting to see that all the flowstone starts here. You've got all this clean washed limestone up here near the entrance. Then all the flowstone starts here. And then goes all the way down there. Oh, that looks like a shield. I don't know if y'all can see that, but right there kind of looks like a shield formation. All right, 20 more feet, let's go. Oh wow, look at those patterns. That's really cool too. So I just popped my chest box off because again, I have a frog climbing system on, and I'm going to switch over to it to get out of this last little bit of the pit. So I'm also the last one out of the pit, so I get to pull our rope pad and undo this rigging too. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to change over to this rope to get out. So I'm going to do it one ascender at a time. Go ahead and clip my safety in there. And now I'm going to move my crawl over like that. Pull that tight. And we're going to undo this. Lower that gently because I am on this rope, and we're going to de-rig this. There we go. All right. Off rope. All right, I just made it out of the pit, and now we're going to coil this rope up and try to get off this mountain before the sun goes down. All right, y'all, that's pretty cool. This cave back here shut down a quarry, and it's protected forever. We're gonna hike off this mountain before it gets dark. Let's go.
All right.
If you like my content, which is outdoor recreation here in the heart of TAG, which stands for Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia, make sure you like and subscribe for more. We love caving, and we love sharing our experiences and everything that we see underground, y'all. Look at the layers in that rock. Got there a crack?
There's the pit right there.
Huh.
Oh, shit. That's a crack right there.
Maybe just a karst feature.
Something there.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a crack.
There we go. Doesn't look like we really came down, but there's a lot of mountain there.